Sup, young world? Hey, young world. The world is yours. Hey, young world. What's up? Quaman. I think that's how you pronounce it. Quaman. What's up, man? Julian Garcia. What's up, bro? Nah, I couldn't be the nominee, not with their platform. But what I want to do, I would have been Kennedy a long time ago. All right. What's up, Cottage? What's up, Toothpick? Leo Go Live. J. Cole. Stephen Ackles. What's up? So I guess everybody knows. Let me wait. Let me wait for people to get in. What's good, J. Cole? If I ain't saying anything to you, Leo, what's up, Leo? Yeah, she will be a disaster. Hey, Ebony. Yeah, I had a lot of people say I didn't know what I was talking about. I've been saying for what 3 years now that Joe Biden's been deteriorating, and people are, oh, this nigga don't know what he's talking about. Stick to basketball, nigga. Your little feeble nigger brain can't figure out the intricacies of politics. Shut up, nigga. Talk about basketball. So, what's up, hard work? Tony Piper, what's up? Well, Julian, I always feel like, you should always root for your home team, you know what I'm saying, being an American. But hey, if SGA is your favorite player, I mean, I would be like, I'll root for anybody that he plays for, Canada play for other than the United States. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? Um, all right, so let me get to this. All right, so I think it was either Thursday night I reported that or Friday, but I think it might have been Thursday night when I reported that there were credible sources saying that Joe Biden was going to step down from the presidency. And then most likely was going to be Sunday. And that did come to pass. What's up, Shakira? Um, that did happen. He issued a speech. He says, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. Yeah, right. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. Yeah, right. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcome. Let me get to the point. And while it's been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. And one thing that I was wrong on, and the reports were wrong, he wasn't supposed to endorse anybody. Now, remember his initial statement, he didn't endorse her. I think what happened was he got pressure in some sort of fashion from Kamala's team or camp to issue an endorsement. So then later on, he did issue an endorsement. My fellow Democrats have decided not to accept the nomination to focus all of my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president. And it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee for our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this. So, you know what this reminds me of? Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson beat the shit out of Barry Goldwater in 1964. Okay? Beat the shit out of him. He won 61.1% of the vote. Won 44 states. One of the biggest landslides of all time. 79% approval rating. Had 2/3 of Congress behind him. A supermajority in Congress. He looked like he was going to be the most powerful president of all time. 4 years later, the war in Vietnam was raging. Democrats taking major losses in the midterms in 1966. His approval rating was down to 35%. His party, some members of his own party, like Biden, was turning against him. And in the New Hampshire primary, Eugene McCarthy, who most Americans didn't even know who the fuck he was, almost beat Lyndon Johnson in that primary, a sitting president. So Lyndon Johnson came out in a speech, I think it was March 31st, 1968. And I forgot he was supposed to be talking about something. I think he was supposed to be talking about some policy that he was implementing as far as changes in the Vietnam War. And at the end of that speech, he made a stunning announcement saying, I will not seek and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president. And he said, I'm going to focus on the war and trying to bring the war to a, quote, honorable end and focus on my duties as president until I'm out of office. This is what this kind of reminds me of. The party was disjointed, though. Hubert Humphrey was the nominee, his vice president, but the Democratic Party was still fractured, and that led to Richard Nixon becoming president. And I feel like something's going to happen similar. I think that she's not going to galvanize Democrats behind her, and they're going to lose disastrously this fall. I'm just reading some of the chat. Yeah, it was the same guy. So, look, everything favors Kamala at this point, y'all, to get the nomination. He issued an endorsement of her. So it's going to look disloyal for other Democrats to challenge her. It's going to look bad optically. And, you know, because of Ohio, the Democrats have to nominate somebody within, I think, the next 2 to 2.5 weeks before the convention. So it's not really room or time for another candidate to build, a Democratic candidate, a credible one, to build a national base of support, like a campaign. And these ain't the days of the, you know what I'm saying, the back rooms where you can make these deals and a dark horse candidate. It's not like that no more. So they're probably stuck with Kamala. What's good, Lemon Pepper Lou? I don't think Hillary's going to run. I've seen that rumor. I think that's Republicans putting out there. That's people like Alex Jones, who's really a Republican. They want a Hillary to run. You know what I'm saying? They know they want someone as toxic as possible to run. I don't really believe that rumor that Hillary's going to steal the nomination. If she does try to do something like that, the Democratic Party can just they can kiss this shit goodbye. What if her vice president is Hillary? Shit. She better hire security then. She better hire she better get goddamn police details, Secret Service, the Avengers. Shit. I wouldn't trust Hillary. My VP, As power hungry as the Clintons are, shit. You say you seen people say Michelle Obama might run? I mean, she's the only one I think that could challenge her, like take her place, but she don't want it. She don't want it. I gotta do that rent shit, man. I gotta figure out how to do that. Give me a second, y'all. I forgot how to do it. I have no idea why her, man. All right. I just gave you a wrench. I'm gonna give Shakira a wrench. Just giving the people that have been effing with me for a while. Give me a second, y'all. All right. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out who Cackling is going to pick as her nominee because, I mean, the only person that really makes sense to me is maybe the governor of Pennsylvania. I think his name is Josh Shapiro. That's a swing state. Maybe that would help. Uh, Although I still don't think she'll carry Pennsylvania. Can't be Gavin Newsom because they both come from the same state, and you can't have two nominees from the same state on the same ticket. It's constitutionally it's impossible. And I know some people say Andy Bashir, who's the governor of Kentucky, he's a Democrat, but the people who voted for Andy Bashir, I don't think they're going to vote for Kamala. And Andy Bashir can't deliver Kentucky because even though he won that race on a national level, Kentucky is very Republican, so he don't really add much to the ticket, in my opinion. Um, I don't know. I don't know who she's gonna pick, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. I picked up Willie Brown. No problem, bro. So look, man, we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, right? But I don't see this woman winning, man. I don't see her winning. I know how this country is. Obama was a special candidate. Okay. Obama was a special candidate. And he ran at the right time. He ran at the right time in this country where the president of the United States had a 25% approval rating in Bush. The war was very, very unpopular. The economy was teetering on the brink of disaster, and people wanted change. And Barack Obama was the first candidate who wasn't white to successfully portray himself not as, quote, the black candidate, but as a candidate that, they could trust. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he always emphasized his mother and showed his family, the white people in his family. That was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember to this day, I was watching MSNBC, and one of the moderators on there, when she thought the cameras was off, because they're going to commercial, she said, she was talking to one of the other people on the panel, and she said, "Oh yeah, we can trust Barack. His family's white." So I said, "Oh, you supposed to be a liberal? You supposed to be a so-called liberal, and you talking like that?" And Obama still, you must not know I'm in black. That don't matter, bro. That don't matter how many. If look, they can come out in droves, but it's going to be an even bigger army of them other folks not coming out to vote for her. And then it's going to be a lot of people who are Democrats who ain't going to vote for her because they racist as fuck. So it's not going to matter. And even in the states where they do come out in droves, a lot of them states Democrats win anyway. New York, California, Georgia, even though, what I'm saying, even though it usually go Republican, but it went blue last time, it's not going to matter. It's not. I'm telling you, bro, it's not going to matter. Shout out to Trey Brown with the 499 super chat. He says, "It's over for the Dems. Keep pushing Biden to us until 3 months for the election. This is an absolute disaster. Trump will..." You know what? You said he'll win the popular vote. I had him winning the electoral college, but probably losing the popular vote. But now, Trump might win the popular vote. And that's really hard for the Republicans to do now. Salute, Shakira. Oh, let me give my man let me give my man a wrench. Where my bro at? There we go. All right. Thanks, Dante. I'm trying, man. I know what you're saying. Yeah, black women are going to come out and vote, but black men aren't. And it's just not a big enough demographic, man. It's not a big enough voting block to put her over the top. It's just not. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. There's something in this country called the Bradley effect, or sometimes it's called the Wilder effect, right? And what it is a lot of times people, this came after the civil rights era, right? When it became stigma to appear to be racist. So what you started having is white voters being polled or interviewed, and sometimes not even white, Hispanic, whatever, Asian. And if there's a black candidate, they will tell that pollster, "Oh, I'm going to vote for Tom Bradley. I'm going to vote for Doug Wilder." And then on election night, on election day, they vote for the other candidate because they don't they are saying they're voting for a black candidate because they feel guilty because they are bigots. But on election day, they vote for the other guy. And this has happened time and time again. Tom Bradley was the mayor of Los Angeles in 1982. He ran for governor of California. And all the polls up until election day had him with a 3 to 5 point lead. He was supposed to beat, I'll be forgetting that guy's name, George DeMontian. I think his name is George DeMontian, whatever his name was. Let's say George DeMontian. He was a Republican. On election day, he was supposed to win by like 5 points. He lost by over 100,000 votes. Doug Wilder, the former governor of my state, who black people actually loved, ran for governor in 1989 against a man named, I think his name was, what was his name? Something Coleman. I forgot his name. But anyway, he was supposed to win by 8 to 10 points. He was supposed to win by a landslide. Doug Wilder won by 8,000 votes out of almost 2 million cast. He almost lost. If it wasn't for Richmond coming out heavy, the black vote, he would have lost. And we've seen that in other races. Remember when Jesse Helms was running in 1990 and the polls had it real close and Jesse Helms ran and lost the black candidate. I can't remember his name right now, but the black candidate lost by like 6 points. So these people lie, bro. And I'm telling you, don't trust these polls if in October they showing a tight race. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe it. Salute to Shanina Shakes with the 499 super chat. She says, so many black men in here saying she ain't black. She's half black, yet lots of y'all have biracial children. Are they not black? The double standards. Look, it's not, well, I see what you're saying. I agree with you saying. I don't say she's not black because of her ethnicity. At least this is me. I'll say she ain't black because she only tries to say she black when she thinks it's politically beneficial. And her actions as a politician have been very detrimental to the black community. It's the same woman who helped to give the officer that shot and killed Oscar Grant back in 2009, she helped to maneuver so that cop only got a 13-month prison sentence. That cop should have been in prison for the rest of his fucking life. Then she helped to keep a man on death row who was innocent. They knew he was innocent, but she helped to keep that man on death row. And there's been so many black men and women in the California criminal system who were either innocent or the sentences that they got didn't match the crime that they were convicted of because she wanted to pad her record as a hard on crime fighter or legislator, right? We should never forget that about her. She's not a champion for black people. She don't even identify as black. She won't call herself black. Other people call her black. She will never call herself black. She will say she's a person of color. So that's why I have a problem with her, and I'll never accept her. But look, people who are of different races, mixed races, to me, if you black, you black. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you have a white parent and that don't matter to me. If you identify as black, you're black to me. That's how I am. Now I don't know about other people. Shy Rider West Side of 23 salute with $5 super chat. He says, Kamala is a chick, playing a chick, Skies is another chick. I see you are a fan of Tropic Thunder. Y'all in for a treat. I used to be a saucier back in San Antonio. I'm gonna call up some of these greens. I can't. That's one of the movies, man. You can't go around saying you're a fan of today, man. Okay, I'm gonna get some crawfish out on the patio. Huh? Hell yeah! Huh? What's up, LB? Okay, LB does have a wrench. All right. I want to make sure you had a wrench. I'm gonna let me see. What's up, Cruiser Nation? I'm gonna get this link. Put this link in the chat. This link is for LB for right now. If you want to drop in, I just want to talk to LB right now. Shout out to Trey Brown with the 199 super chat. He says Rolling DL implies look like some fools. Man, I mean, whatever, man. Democratic dummies, in my opinion, bro. Democratic dummies. What's up, LB?
Camel toe. Oh, camel toe.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about how bad she gonna lose this November.
Yeah, she gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, she's gonna get destroyed, man. And then the thing about her is now that she's going, look, this is the thing. Remember how when Hillary was Secretary of State under Obama and she had those high approvals?
Yep.
And remember, I don't know if you remember that, but remember she had real high approvals. Like it was 60-something% approval, almost 70. But as soon as she became a candidate, people remembered why they didn't like her.
The super predators.
Yeah, all that stuff can come out. So now that they're gonna focus on Kamala, she was already toxic. Now, see, we already know everything about Trump, and this is the thing. The thing about Trump is he's like Reagan, but even more so in that nothing seems to really hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing seems to really like this guy said on tape basically that he liked sexually assaulting women. Basically, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And he still won either a good percentage or won. I know he won the white female vote. So they talked all that shit and they still came out and voted for him.
Yep.
So there's nothing they really can say outside of him on tape saying the N-word that's really going to hurt him. And I'm convinced even if they came on tape, they'll say, oh, it was AI. That's not really me. And niggas be like, well, I mean, Biden said it, so I'm still going to vote for him. I'm still convinced they're going to come out and vote for him. But Kamala, they're going to tear this woman apart, man. They're going to tear her apart. And unlike Hillary Clinton, as much as I despise her, she was good with substance. You know what I'm saying? Policy and all that. Kamala is a lazy ass goddamn study. And I'm telling you, they're going to kill this woman, man. Not literally, but and hope not. But they're going to destroy this woman. Go ahead, LB.
Well, you know, they're probably going to talk about how Willie Brown studied the inside of her anatomy, right? But nevertheless, but the fact of the matter is she's done nothing. She's not. As we talked about on many occasions, how they've set up discords talking shit about her, right? I'm talking about people in her own staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, for those who may not be aware, the president and the vice president, they get a presidential daily brief every morning, right?
Yep.
The the word that was going around is that they were prepared a presidential daily brief for her. She don't read the brief. Then when she goes to these meetings and get just torn to shreds, she comes back and berates the very same people who spent all that time, all that effort, all that energy into preparing the brief for her. And then another thing about the chameleon or whatever like that, she thinks that she's entitled to these things. There's this false sense of entitlement from her, and that
Mm-hmm.
she ain't got to do nothing. All she got to do is, be this 5-star Michelin chef with word salad, just say a whole bunch of sweet nothings, and people will just galvanize toward her. But the fact of the matter is, she's not very well liked within her party. She's very unpopular within her party. Think of it this for those of y'all may not be aware, right? How do you know a candidate is strong? Is how well this candidate does in his or her home state.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes her out in California. Nobody. She is very unpopular out in California. She can't even carry 10% of the vote out in California.
Yep.
She can't even carry 10% of the vote.
Remember she was only polling when she quit her campaign in December 2019, and a month before that, her campaign manager or campaign operator quit because of the disarray of the campaign.
Right, Kelly
Uh,
Mellenbacher.
right. She quit.
That's her name. She wrote a scathing piece
Yeah.
talking about that campaign.
Right. Kamala was only polling 8%, 8% nationally. 8%. And I think that was overstatement. 8%. I
I
mean,
want to say it was 5.
it was low. I
It's
remember it was
very
in the
low.
single digits. It was in the single digits. And and
What
then
if she
another
hey,
thing,
what if she end up getting Booty Juice as her running mate?
I gotta be careful because this ain't Patreon. Um, that would be the most toxic ticket ever. It'll be the most toxic ticket ever, and there will be certain voters who would not support that ticket based on certain things I'm not going to speak on here. We but that would be adding gasoline to the already ignited and existing dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's already going to be a dumpster fire, but now let's just add a shitload of more. Let me hose this down with more gasoline, and that's what that is. But you know what? I would not be surprised. And you know what, LB? I just had a thought. Just had a thought. What if the Democrats are thinking to themselves, you know what? How about we just take this one out? We just sit this one out. But what I mean by that is, let's nominate the most unelectable ticket, and let's just take this L, and that's worry about 2028.
You know
Because
what?
we're in 2028.
You know what? I hadn't even thought about that. I hadn't even thought about that. But I wouldn't be surprised that if that was a thing too, because if she loses in a landslide, then there's no way she can come back in 2028.
Oh, that ends her political career. If she loses in a landslide, that's it.
Hey, what's up, Intelligence Cycle? Hey, I forgot you was in my chat yesterday, bro. When I was going on that chocolate mucked up head having that motherfucker Tim Scott. Hey, salute to you, Intelligence Cycle, man. Good to see you, bro.
What's
But yeah,
good?
man, Yeah, and Tesla Cycle is one of my day one subs, man. He was with me since day one. Like
Yeah,
when
he a
I
good
like
dude.
he's a day one sub right there, man. So anyway, um, yeah, man. There's no way she can come back in 2028. If anything, they're gonna take these 4 years to groom up Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I'm starting to wonder now. I'm starting to wonder if they're gonna think, well, you know what, man, we might have to just sacrifice this election,
Yep.
um, and we have to worry about 2028. Now, the downside of that is if Trump gets in there,
Which he will.
yeah, and the Supreme Court, if one of the justices drop out and he tries to maneuver, what we know what they really should do, they really should just try to focus on the House and Senate races. Just make Trump's victory a lonely victory. Uh, Focus on, uh, even though the counter that though, Kamala going to suppress the ticket somewhat, but just try to focus on the House and Senate races. That's what the Democrats should do. Focus on the House and Senate races, the state legislature races across the country, gubernatorial races. Try to get the best candidates possible. Stay the fuck away from Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Stay as far away from her and try to win those races. So at least maybe they can make some modest gains in the House and Senate and just laugh as Kamala loses in a landslide. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, I see LB's on mute. I think he had a phone call. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to wonder now, y'all. Like, they may have to just sit this one out. They may just have to do that. Well, the Democrats don't really have no new star though. Like, I mean, the best thing they do have is Gavin Newsom. I know his popularity is down in California right now, but they don't really have many new stars. Like, I remember back in the '90s, they had some people. They had Clinton. They had Bill Bradley. They had Mario Cuomo, Bob Kerry. They had some people. Before that they had Gary Hart, Walter Mondale, Mike Dukakis, Jesse Jackson. They had some actual stars in the Democratic Party. Everybody's a flake now. They got lightweights. Well, Brian Scalabrine, um, the problem with Biden is that they're both bad, man. Because like it's getting to a point where Biden's energies are being affected. Like campaigning is taking a lot out of him. And you can't run for president sitting on your porch anymore. You got to be out there on a stump and campaign. And he can't really do that anymore. And plus, they saying like his energy is much lower. Like he gets tired, and running a national campaign is tiring. His health is he's having health issues, and when he gets tired, he starts saying dumb shit. Like we defeated Medicare, and Vice President Trump will be a great president to beat Trump. You know, he starts saying stupid shit. So that just reinforces the image that he's not mentally fit. So that's what happens when you elect the oldest president of all time and a weak vice president. Hey, what's up, Kid Trunks? Said Biden has Alzheimer's. I used to work at a nursing home. He definitely seems to have the traits of Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying? Or he's right there on the precipice. He's right there in the early precipice. Well, Mo, I know what you said. I don't agree with that. Yeah, but that was special circumstances. We were in a pandemic. Everything was virtual, and even though his age was an issue, it wasn't the issue it is now. So Biden has to sort of prove. He had to prove to people that he could do things, and he's. It's not exactly the same. I'm not discounting what you're saying, though. He did basically win a election by sitting in his basement. Salute to Jabraylin Van Zant, the 199 super chat. He says the Dems might put Hillary and Kamala on the same ticket. Oh God, no, hell no. Hell no. I don't even think Hillary would accept the vice presidency. I don't even know if she would accept it. And if I'm Kamala, I wouldn't trust her. Yeah, I was just saying, in 2020 we was going through a pandemic, so you couldn't really be out there mingling with people and interacting with people. The conventions was virtual. Remember, it was online. They didn't even gather for the convention because we was all under a pandemic. But we're not in the pandemic anymore. So, in normal circumstances, you're expected to go out and interact with voters, campaign. Got to go to virtually every goddamn state in the union. Campaigns are very, very tiresome, even for younger people. Let alone someone who's an octogenarian. And then he probably gonna have to participate in 2 more debates and a lot of prep work in that. And then you also got to be president, and it's too tiresome for him, bro. And I think that's partially why he's having so many of these senior moments, because he's worn down. He said in an interview that when they had a debate, he could barely stay awake. He was so tired. This is funny right here. Oh, I got the wrong one. Says she puts Hillary in, she might want to have a taste tester on standby. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a rumor. It was a rumor that was circulating throughout social media that Hillary would run. I don't think so. I doubt it, man, but you never know. I don't think so, though. Hillary's time has passed by. And Hillary has some health issues, if I'm not mistaken, too. And she's up there. She's what, 76? She's 76, so she's not young either. I'm trying to think about Michelle. I don't think Michelle has any interest, y'all. I don't think she does not. Michelle really didn't enjoy the limelight of being vice president. Of being first lady. So, and then you got to understand, it's already going to be enough of an issue with Kamala on the ticket. Do you think that it'll be a problem? I wouldn't have a problem with it, with Michelle being on a ticket. But you know how people are. It'll technically be 2 black women on a ticket.
Well, 1.5.
That's why I said technically.
Yeah, that's like a bad space hand. I got 1.5.
Right. 1.5. Yeah.
One of the possible. You know what I'm saying? Huh. We got one impossible. My bad. I had a phone call.
No,
But
you
yeah,
could.
the fact of the matter is she's unelectable. And then on top of that, Michelle Obama ain't interested in being in that.
Nah. Except I have a question. How does this affect LeBron James's legacy? Um, I think it brings him down a couple of pegs, Uh takes him out of the top five conversation if Kamala.
Now, hey, but hey, oh, that's funny. Hey,
Mhm.
you now you know that Obama hadn't even come out and endorsed her yet. That should tell you something too.
Yeah, she's not popular. Oh my God. I'm looking at Twitter right now or X, and what's trending right now? Hell no.
Yep.
Pissed. Michelle Obama. They don't want her, y'all. They don't want this one running. I'm telling you,
Look at that. They got trending piss, Michelle Obama, Gavin Newsom,
they don't want.
black woman.
Get your popcorn ready, y'all, because it's been a long time since we've seen a landslide. So it's gonna be a lot of angry sisters on election night. And I'm gonna tell y'all, don't believe these polls. If there's any polls coming out showing this is a competitive race, don't believe them. They either cooked or there's people lying.
People lying.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't no black woman. Talk about you
I
got
said, what about
Obama.
AOC? I don't even think she's old enough to run for
She's
president.
not old enough.
Yeah, she's not old enough. You gotta be 35. Well, at least you gotta be 35 by the time you're inaugurated. And AOC is like 33, something like that.
Yep.
You said the last landslide was in 1984. Depends on what you look at. That was the last certain landslide. Clinton beat Dole by an electoral landslide, but the popular vote wasn't. It was close to landslide, but not. I think he won like 49% to 41%. So it was an 8-point spread. But yeah, the last true landslide was 1984. Ronald Reagan beat the shit out of Walter Mondale. Mondale only carried his home state of Minnesota, and he only won that state by he only won his home state by 4,000 votes. Yeah, that's the last true landslide. But Bush beat the caucus by electoral landslide. The caucus only won 10 states. Shout out to Trey Brown coming in once again with I think there's a super chat. Well, that's not popping up so I can show it. It's saying it's a super chat. Or is that a donation? Like a comment with a donation? I can't tell. But it says
That's a super
Dim.
chat donation.
Yeah, usually it lets me click on it to display it, but it's not letting me do it.
I'll read it to you. He said Dems destroyed Cuomo during the pandemic.
Oh, Andrew Cuomo?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Goddamn man, look. I don't know. Man, this is a crazy ass Sunday, but we called it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I
Man,
mean,
you all
the writing was on the wall that Biden was going to have to drop out, man. I mean, when you started having Democratic lawmakers come out and call for him to stand down, and then you had four senators, then Joe Manchin coming out. Um, that was it. That was the final straw.
yeah, that was pretty much it for that. all that donor money, all these senators coming out, and you got to think, them same senators work for the same donors as well. So you got to think them donors probably telling them politicians behind the scenes, look, hey, you got to put pressure on Biden to drop out, or else that's going to affect your campaign for re-election too. So look, remember so back when we did the stream on my YouTube channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
About do you mind if I put out this public service announcement too, Raw?
No.
Hey man, sub to my YouTube channel, the Sports and Political Channel LB.
Yeah. Please subscribe. Matter of fact, let me got a link to your channel. Put a link to your channel in the chat.
All right, I'm at the
Oh, that's right. I gotta do it, right? Oh, can you do it? No, I gotta do it. Let me see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. And here we go. Y'all subscribe to my brother right here. That's his channel right there. Subscribe to his channel. Salute to Kevin.
Hate that, bro.
Oh, no problem, man. Kevin Wedderburn. Subscribe. Salute to Kevin Wedderburn with the $5 super chat. He says, "We all need to keep the election away from Amanda."
Amanda Seals?
Amanda Waller.
Oh, Amanda Waller.
She's not one of us. Nah, she's not.
She's not like So remember on the I appreciate that, Manny man. And remember when we did the stream on my YouTube channel, right? And we talked about over these 4 years how she was unelectable, right? And how there was beef between Biden and Harris, and how that when Biden was a candidate running for president, that she wasn't his first choice and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been this long-standing beef that doesn't get talked about, not nearly as much. They try to project themselves out to be a united front, but there really wasn't a united front.
No.
It was always this thing where Kamala Harris was wanting to touch the easy issues. She didn't want nothing difficult. That's why she got pissed when they asked her to talk about that issue when it comes to the border. Because remember, the Republicans were putting out this fake outrage about, oh, we need to protect the southern border. We need to protect all these illegals from coming in and all this shit, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And she did an interview with that pasty-faced bastard, Lester Holt. And Lester Holt was trying to give her all these softball questions. She's like, we've been to the border. We've been to the border. We've been to the border. You hadn't been to the border. I hadn't been to Europe either. Oh.
Yeah.
They got so pissed the way Biden tapped into or a member of Biden's staff called into the CNN feed of John Cooper. Was it that's the CNN anchor name? John Cooper?
You talking about Allison Cooper?
No. He's the morning anchor for CNN. Before they changed up the format, I think his name was John Cooper.
Okay.
They tapped into his feed, pissed off. Biden ended up making her do interview training.
Yeah.
Biden made Kamala Harris do interview training based on that interview. That interview was horrific. Then you factor in how she was insulated, right? For much of the presidency of Biden, she was insulated. You didn't really see her out there like that. Outside of a few events here and there with her little ski wee contingent, you didn't really see her out there like that. And that's why you think Biden is a gaff machine. Oh,
and
Kamala Harris is a gaff machine.
at least Biden has the excuse that he's old and going senile.
Right.
You know.
Kamala ain't got that excuse. Maybe she could use, her menopause as an excuse, right? She can use that. But the fact of the matter is, one can make an argument that Kamala Harris could be even just as dangerous, if not any more dangerous than Trump.
Yeah, I would argue more.
One can make an argument she is more dangerous than Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think this girl got a thirst for power? This woman got a thirst for power just like Trump do. So when you factor all that in, and the infighting between and the infighting that's been going on for the 4 years or whatever like that, is a no brainer. And then when it comes, we ain't even gonna talk about the black community, how this part-time black woman, full-time con artist, is gaming these unsuspecting black women that she's one of them, but she's not like us.
No.
She's not like y'all. Remember when she was a senator out in California, she was parading herself around to be an Asian.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what used to throw me, LB, because when people used to say, when I really started focusing on Kamala, which was 2019, and people was calling her a black woman, I said, wait a minute, I don't remember no black senator from California. You talking about it's an Asian woman? I said, no, Kamala. I said she's Asian. Well, no, she's black. I said, when did she become black? They used to throw me like, when did she become black? I said, okay, I get it now.
yep. And when did she become black, you ask? Well, when she announced her candidacy for president of the United States at Howard University on Martin Luther King Day. That's when she found her blackness. Maybe the day before she went up to the attic of her house and she blew the dust off a box of Converse that she used to wear back in the day. And then she put on those same set of Converse, and then she found her blackness. Maybe she found that wig when she went to Sally's Superstore. I don't know when she found her blackness, but what I do know is downtown Willie Brown was fucking that thing every day and twice on Sunday with his number one grandfather chain on.
Did you say number one grandfather chain?
Yep.
Looking at some of this more breaking stuff that's on. Let me see. What is this?
Remember she was under the table, right? You said she was found under the table? Looking for her contacts?
Yeah. It was reported that like some of his aides were coming to Willie Brown's office when he was mayor of San Francisco, and she'd be under the table, apparently looking for her contacts or looking for staples that failed or
maybe looking for her panties that just happened to have some accidental discharges on the side of the as downtown Willie Brown was trying to slide that thing off to the side or whatever like that. It ripped.
I guess she was looking to get up some DNA or something. I don't know.
Yep. Like I say, why is all this orgasm on the floor? Why is your hair so messed up? Why is your lipstick messed up? Ma'am, your heels is. Oh, why is your heels off? You know what? I don't want to know. And why does it smell like fish in here?
I see someone saying Democrats gonna replace Biden with 99-year-old Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. Jimmy, Jimmy Carter like Lily on the edge of death. He got one
Yeah, he
foot.
still might be a better candidate than her.
Right. He got one. He got Lily got 1 foot in the grave right now.
I think I'll be a good president. Y'all can just give me one more chance. I
Hey, Jimmy Carter gonna die knowing that Trump gonna become president, bro.
said, right, right.
He just holding out a hope.
Mhm. I agree with this person. What Anuka just said. She, man, say that guy. I've always wanted us.
Oh yeah, he's on. He Anwar Ogwumike. He's good dude.
Okay, I've always seen him, but he said if we thought the racism has peaked, just wait when she gets nominations. It's going to be insane. Yeah, it will.
Hey, Per Atkins, you said so. You think the Democrats will lose now? Oh no, we don't think they'll lose now. We know they're gonna lose now.
Oh yeah,
We know they're gonna lose now.
yeah. And what we were saying earlier is, I wouldn't be surprised if the thinking is more now sacrifice. Let's just have this be like a sacrificial year, and let's just focus on 2026 and 2028. Like that's why I'm starting to. That's why I'm starting to wonder if many Democrats are thinking that now. Like, okay, um, let's just give her one, let her go down this
In
to this
flames.
abysmal defeat, yeah, and then we'll focus on 2026, the midterms, and then 2028, Trump is out of the way. Because when you look at it, Trump has taken over the Republican Party, so they really don't have a clear leader.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So 2028, that's when the other Democrats should focus on running in. Because Trump can't run again after this.
Nope. But hey, look, the way this motherfucker trying to be like Mussolini and goddamn any other authoritarian leader, I
Mm-hmm.
would be surprised he tried to get rid of the whole constitution altogether and make it to where he would become a leader until he died.
Well, that's going to cause a civil war.
Yeah,
And that would cause a civil war. I mean, yeah, it's possible.
I mean, we already seen the rise of authoritarianism in the United States as we speak. This shit's playing out as we speak. But even then, they talk about
And
this,
yeah, it's
huh?
possible. And I'm saying it's possible, especially if it's truth to that Project 225 stuff.
Yeah, that Project 2025 shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like you say in our stream, ain't no different than what these migrants coming here and they're basically trying to drown out the black vote.
Yeah. So both parties got agendas. Trump want to create this
Oh,
basically judo. What you call it? A judo Christian
Christian
dictatorship.
nationalist type of shit. Yeah,
Right. White nationalist, judo Christian dictatorship. That's his goal. The Democrats are trying to create or a monopoly or a dictatorship themselves by using these migrants coming in. And they don't give a damn about us. They'll
nope.
just replace us. So that's why I'm like, both sides is trying to take over, man.
Yeah, both sides out here, doing the shit. Now, when I think about it too, it's like, I mean, outside the fact that you have an unpopular candidate and camel toe, oh camel toe, pretty much being a sacrificial lamb. But look, the look, I wanna know who are these 1,400 black women that are so outraged that Kamala Harris was gonna get taken off the ticket. Who are these women that are so outraged about that?
Wait a minute. These 1,400 women, is that a national
Yeah.
petition? And they only have 1,400 women?
Yeah, it's like a petition. There's some petition or whatever like that that went around saying like 1,400 black women is was opposed to the fact that Kamala was going to get taken off the ticket altogether, and I was like, what? Who are these black women? I'm like, who are these black women? Because where's Ketanji Snitch Nine at? Oh yeah, she's not going to endorse her, right? Where's and I ain't talking no Taraji P Henson on it. Even though Taraji P Henson, you know, if she ever gave me the opportunity, I would be trifling like the lavish, right? We could reenact that goddamn baby boy scene if she ever give me the chance. But anyway,
I mean, who is this person talking about? To that caller, you're a clown. If President Trump is elected in November, he'll do his term and leave office. No one is going to vote for a candidate that's 82. Be real. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, dude?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I don't even think he know what he's talking about.
Trump can't run again.
He
after
can't
this
run
term.
no more after that.
What are you talking about?
Look, bow down to somebody whose knowledge is greater than yours. All right, I know you want to call yourself Chili. I'm gonna call you Chili Willie. All right, sit down somewhere and learn something. All right.
I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't know
what you're talking about either. You know what I'm saying? There's always got to be somebody that's trying to throw a wrench in our goddamn train of thought and shit, man. But the fact that 1,400 black women, right? And it could be just, people who bag groceries to, low-level adult strip club workers, right? Who don't know no better. But ain't no prominent black woman has came out and endorsed her. She can't even get people in California to like her, much less vote for her. And there's no, look, this woman is not very well liked within the party. If I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. She is not very well liked within her own party.
This person said, y'all said Trump was Muslim. Y'all forgot that already stopped. We talking about from his mentality standpoint. He does have a dictator like person. He looks at the presidency as a bully pulpit where he wants to get back at his enemies. He does look at the presidency as a position where he could create and he has intended that he wants to create a Republican supermajority. He's done it with the Supreme Court.
Yep.
What are you talking about? But no, he can't stay in office. He doesn't have ultra powers like Muslim. He can't stay in office to life like a dictatorship. No, we have term limits in this country. Right. You only have to run twice. You only get elected twice to the presidency. So this is it. We're not talking about that.
This my thing, right? He already came out and said himself that he want to be a dictator.
Right.
The motherfucker said out of his own mouth. It wasn't AI. It wasn't a stunt double. It was none of that shit. It was him. I want to be a dictator. That's what he said. And then you look at how he praised guys who were dictators like the Adolf Hitlers and that Cuban guy. What the fuck's his name? Fidel Castro. And his little boot thing out in Russia.
Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
Now that's a dictator. He's technically a president, but Putin had the laws changed so he can run for more than 2 terms. And then remember when he was he ran for 2 terms before LB, and then at that time he couldn't run for the presidency more than 2 times in a row in Russia. and then he moved over and became prime minister, while the other guy, I forget his name, was president, but Putin really still was in charge.
Right.
So he's technically been in charge as president or dictator, really, since 2000.
Yeah.
So he's been in power for almost a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
That's a dictator.
Big time. He's a big
Right.
time.
Right.
And
And
that's
plus,
who.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. Remember when the whole intelligence thing said that? Remember when the whole the United States intelligence came out and said that, hey, we think Russia had an influence on the outcome of the 2016 election. Trump believed Putin over his own intelligence department.
Hmm.
Make that make sense. Now, make it make sense. So I got my own intelligence department who's supposed to be under my control telling me that, hey, we think there was something wrong with the 2016 election. And then only for Trump to come out and say, well, I believe Putin. Man, look.
Now look.
And then this is another thing.
Go ahead.
For all you Trump dick riders running around here, riddle me this, Batman. How come everybody around Trump has gone to jail? And how come the lawyers that's been around Trump has even got disbarred, sanctioned, put in prison, or whatever like that, but yet ain't nothing happened to Trump? He's squeaky clean, and he did nothing wrong. Make it make sense. You got Paul Manafort, George Papadopoulos, Michael Cohen, Michael Flynn, all these dudes around Trump going to jail for Trump. Right? All them dudes who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, pissing and shitting everywhere, waving their hands like it just don't care, all that shit.
The
They
roof
going
is
to
on
jail.
fire. These motherfuckers let them give a truck like motherfucker bird.
Right. You got people scaling the side of the wall like they're auditioning for American Gladiators and shit. They going to jail. But Trump ain't going to jail. The guy who's pushing the election, like all these people that push the lines about the election, right? Whether it be by him, that batshit crazy chick Marjorie Taylor Greene, the porn star turned Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, who like grabbing dick at a Beetlejuice play, right? Matt Gaetz, who like trafficking pussies under the age of 18 cross state lines and all that. All them dudes who pushed that lie about the election, none of them going to jail. But the people who carried it out, though, they going to jail. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
So this is the thing, man. This is what irritates me right now about the chat right now. See, just because we criticize Kamala and Biden because they're in office does not by default make us Trump supporters.
We far from it.
Far from it. Okay? I don't like either party. Okay? I'm gonna say this just to show you how my thinking is. I think Trump has displayed a lot of different behaviors, which shows that he has that he is an authoritative leader and that he is a wannabe dictator. But let me say this too, okay? You could also say that under Biden, the government and the Democrats behave like dictators too, because I've never before seen a government mandate that a populace take a fucking vaccine. And we've had different pandemics in the past, worse than what we had in 2020. And the government never mandated that you have to take a goddamn shot or you'll lose your goddamn job. Or as far as government workers but the only people that didn't have to take that damn shot were elected officials in Washington. They're the only ones that didn't have to take that shot. Why? Think about it.
Because it's not a democracy, it's a republic.
Right.
They just market it as a democracy. They just market it as such, but it's not a democracy. It is a goddamn banana republic.
Right. So this thing, I know LB's like this. I don't fuck with either party, man. I love politics, but I don't fuck with either party. I used to be a Democrat, but my eyes got open to they just as bad as Republicans. And it's my mission on here. I want to open as many eyes as possible that both parties are full of shit, especially when it comes to us.
It's the devil you know versus the devil you don't, or I like to call it the way I always call the Republicans and Democrats. They're two different fangs on the same snake.
Yep.
They both serve the interest of their donors. There's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes that you don't know about, right? When you factor in all that money that's being thrown around and all the stuff that they be doing, especially the women, right? Because the women, I've not only the politicians, but the women in media who covers politics, they do a lot of funny stuff for some money.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of stuff that's funny for some money behind that scenes. When them doors close and the lights are off and the cameras are off, oh, that type of deal. But at the end of the day, you can sit up here and talk about, well, we vote for the lesser of two evils. At the end of the day, if you're a person of principle, it's still evil.
Yeah. And that was my rationale for when I was in my 20s, early 30s. I said, okay, well, this party lesser of two evils. Yeah, but still evil. You know what I'm saying? It's like choosing between Charles Manson and what? Charles Manson and the
And
devil?
Hannibal Lecter.
Okay, yeah. Hannibal Lecter has a few redeeming qualities, but he's still a cannibal.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? in the movies, Hannibal Lecter kills the people who we don't like in the movie or people that we don't know, but he's still evil. So it's like, come on, man.
It's like choosing between Jason and Freddy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you can argue, well, Jason, as long as you stay away from Pine Camp, you good. You good. Stay away from Pine Camp. Which these people can't seem to fucking understand. Oh, Billy, let's go to the camp and take our clothes off. Isn't that where all those campers have died? How many? 195? Oh, it's just a coincidence. It's a rumor. Let's go have some fun. And my favorite kill, not the same subject, but my favorite kill from the Jason movies was when he got that chick in that damn camping bag and slammed her against that tree.
Right.
Oh my God. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was a brutal killing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, back to this though. Let's get back on what we were talking about. They twisted and trying to make it about something else. Let's get back on Kamala.
Let's get back on Chemical, yeah.
Yeah, let's get back on her.
Figuratively speaking.
Yeah, figuratively. Yeah.
She ain't black.
Yeah. She's not black. She's whatever matter of fact, I didn't think she identifies as Indian American. Okay. That's what she really truly identifies as is Indian American. She's not black and she's not a friend of our community. And I'm just trying to figure her taking over this campaign and her history. She's not going to listen to her subordinates. She has a history of that. I don't know, man.
But one thing we know for sure. One thing we do know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Yep.
Let's be very clear about that. Yep, but yet she'll sit up here and put on these optics of having this hot sauce in my bag swag, or this part-time black woman, full-time con artist will go to the Essence Festival or the Mac and Cheese Festival or the Southern Fried Chicken Festival or old nigga Jim Clybur's Catfish Cookout. And then maybe her and that other idiot Al Sharpton. I can't stand his ass. You know, boy, if you fuck, I cannot stand Al Sharpton. You know, whenever he has his National Inaction Network, whenever you hold his summer luncheon or fall fish fry or the winter bootleg bash or whatever like that, just get fat in the pockets or fat in the stomach. And what will come out of that? Nothing. Nothing tangible. Now, mind you, what they don't tell you, Al Sharpton has been in and out of the White House like how downtown Willie Brown been in and out of Kamala Harris, right? And he's supposed to be this reverend, even though I haven't seen Al Sharpton do a goddamn sermon in God knows how long. Outside of the fact a black person get killed at the hands of the police, than him and Benjamin Crump and the mayor and everybody did. But outside of that, what good is Al Sharpton? Outside being a snitch.
Yeah,
What good is he?
FBI informant. Yeah.
Outside being a rat and a snitch, what good is he?
My goodness, LB. I'm looking at all these articles. The Wichita Eagle, the Mirror, all these articles now coming out pleading for the Democrats to try to talk Michelle Obama into running. That tell you how weak Kamala Harris is right there.
She is very weak. She is very weak. And look, like I said, if you one of them ones that think that Kamala Harris is going to all of a sudden be this woman that's going to get a rocket strapped to her back and she's going to go to the top of the presidential ticket, you are asleep at the wheel.
You know, I'm starting
Don't
to
let
rethink.
don't let these people like Roland Martin and Reese Colbert and Greg Carr with that dirty gravy mustache on top of his face, right? Don't let these people sit up here and try to convince you that Kamala Harris is the answer to all the life's problems in the Democratic Party. She's not. Matter of fact, she exacerbates it.
Look at this, LB. The Sun, Gavin Newsom and Gretchen Whitmer top names to replace Joe Biden as GOP um, opponent. Daily Express, Democrats plan for last minute change to Michelle Obama to avoid Joe Biden car crash. They don't want her, bro.
More like that train wreck that happened out here in Fredericksburg last night. But anyway.
Oh, there was a train wreck out there?
Yeah, it was like a separate. Yeah, there was a train derailed out here. Like 7 cars derailed, crashes. And there was some apartments that was run along the train tracks, and some of those garages got damaged from it.
Damn.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that whole look, Gretchen Whitmer. There's a reason. Look, there's a reason why she's been elected many times in Michigan, and Gavin Newsom. You know, but he beat the hell out Larry Elder.
Oh yeah,
because remember they tried. There was this petition to get him up out as governor. Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
And he survived that. So the fact that he survived that, I mean, the Republicans propping up Larry Elder. I'm like, shit, just go ahead, gift wrap got that victory for him, right?
Yeah, I think I remember him getting like almost 2/3 of the vote in that recall. It was massive. It was a huge landslide.
Yeah. I was like, look, I know Gavin Newsom caused us issues and all that, but we don't want that guy in there. We really don't want that guy in there. So he survived the recall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he was able to survive a recall out in California speaks volumes. So,
hey, Victor Lyons, that's my guy right there. He says My concern is, can Kamala Harris win a general election? She couldn't even get the donations in 2019.
No, she can't win a general election. She can barely drive a car for General Motors. She can't win no. Look, she couldn't even make it to Iowa in 2019. Matter of fact, she was one of the first ones to drop out the election. Remember?
Yep.
She's one of the first ones to drop out. There was all this campaign mismanagement with her sister Maya Harris and
Oh
other
yeah, yeah,
people that was within her circle. Look, I did a video a couple years ago where we did like little fantasy politics, right? Gavin, if you put Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris against each other, who you think would win that?
If there was an actual primary,
Yeah,
Gavin Newsom.
hands down.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention that, bro. Read the lines. Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, remember they went to Detroit for the second debate. And Tulsi Gabbard basically cut and pasted what we've been saying about her when she's out there falsely accusing dudes or whatever like that, getting them locked up, right? They ain't tried to cover it up. All that stuff. Remember the case where you had the one forensics lady or the forensics person who was mishandling the evidence where 600 cases had to get overturned? That happened on Kamala Harris's watch.
Yeah.
Then you had the audience cheering and all that. Yeah, that debate right there on her record ended her campaign right there.
You see what Kingston Shacklebolt wrote? He says, "I would rather vote for her than to have Trump in the White House again. Do you guys not remember that the Ku Klux Klan was marching all over the country when Trump was president?" Shaking my head, Lord have mercy.
And
The
do you
truth,
know that the Ku Klux Klan was started by the Democratic Party? Know your history, bro.
yep. And the Klan, or at least a faction of it, was marching in Nashville. Who's president now? They was marching in Nashville now. I think that yesterday, wasn't it? Trying to
Yeah.
intimidate black Americans. And who's president? Biden. So I don't know, man. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it don't really. If those people, it don't matter who's president. And they can, to me, look, man. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't give a damn if these motherfuckers marching in Charlottesville and they towns. I don't give a fuck. As long as they don't fuck with, if they come around me with that bullshit, hey, I can't say on here what'll happen.
Breaking news: Vice President Kamala Harris, she's running for president. Well, shocker. I mean, that's the worst kept secret in America.
Well, LB, I better end this stream. I think I'm gonna do a video. I'm just gonna do a video about that. I'm not gonna do a live stream.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I think. Look, at this point, we all know what she is. We all know who she is. At this point, it's up to you it's up to you, but what you want. I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for.
Right.
That's not our job.
If you want to vote for Kamala, that's your right. That's your constitutional right. I have my opinion, but you have your right to vote for who you want to. Let me tell you this. Let me say this. If you want to vote for Kamala Harris, that's your right. If you want to vote for Trump, I have my opinion on that, but you do what you want to do. You don't worry about what me or LB say. You vote who you want to vote for. But if you're uncommitted, if you just want our advice, we'll tell you what we think. But it's your right to vote for who you want to vote for. But in my opinion, I'm not voting for either one of these clowns.
And Manny Man, so you want to find the video about it was the video that they went to the border out in Guatemala and Lester Holt did the interview with her. That's the video I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find that video.
Al Simmons says we need more Wilt Chamberlain videos.
Kung Pao chicken.
Or Kung Pao.
Lemon Pepper Lou. Hey man, I hope everything's all well with you, Lemon Pepper Lou. You know what I'm saying? You always in my thoughts and prayers, bro.
Yeah, I hope
You
you're
know what
doing
I'm
all
saying?
right, bro.
So yeah. He always Lemon Pepper Lou always called him Kung Pao chicken.
Kung Pao chicken.
Kung
Probably
Pao
smell like
chicken.
Kung Pao too.
And you know what? Hey man, I was thinking about some Kung Pao chicken earlier today too, man. Where you bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no big Chinese food eater, but I really wanted to eat some Kung Pao chicken. But no thank you now, Lemon Pepper Lou. Thanks for ruining that for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be thinking, oh God, this is what she smell like. Ooh, yeah.
Hell, for all we know, she might smell like Kung Pao chicken. But anyway, um, don't be surprised you see people like Tamika Mallory come out. All the operatives, all the bootlicking operatives on the left. Um, you got Tamika Mallory, who makes it her mission to sell out the black community, also she can get a Cadillac and be at the Grammys and shit. Then you got Van Jones. You know, Van Jones is another motherfucker. You know, I cannot. Oh Lord.
Hunt's funny as hell, man. He meant to be funny when he put this. He wrote, "Man, I came to the stream to be edutained. I'm hearing niggas talk about chicken." Hey, man, you know we black, bro. We love chicken.
Hell yeah. Come on now. Now, am I gonna go out here and get involved in, senseless murders over chicken? No.
Oh yeah. I don't advocate that.
We don't advocate no shit like that. Now, if I was to get a thigh and I get a leg, then I might complain, but it ain't gonna be enough for me to go out here, set fire to the town. Anyway.
Yeah, we know you were joking, bro. That's why I ain't take it like that. I knew you was joking.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end this stream right now. Told y'all gonna try to do more live streams this year. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Salute to LB. Real good brother. Please subscribe to his platform. I thank you for joining me in this live stream, brother. And got a couple of videos out for you guys coming out. And once again, please subscribe to the brother LB's channel, the Sports and Political channel of LB. He also has a Patreon. LB, you want to put a link to your Patreon?
Yeah. Let me grab it real quick. But yes, before Two Raw is the stream, whatever like that. Yeah, Van Jones, just know you're a clown. You're a chocolate milk dud head having ass motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, and please subscribe to Cottage's channel too. I think it's Cottage 81. I think it's your channel, Cottage 81. These nuts for president.
God damn it. These nuts. Like, I'd rather vote for Donald Duck, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
That's LB's Patreon, y'all.
Hey, a Shakira history news and perspectives. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm gonna look forward to your content too. Right?
Yeah,
Because
she has a lot of good historical stuff about black inventors, notable black people. Some of them I ain't never heard of before. Man, I like her channel.
yeah. Hey, you know what? Before you go too raw, hey, that's a good question. Hey, what do you think her campaign slogan should be? Fake it till you make it.
It's a good question.
Heels over skirts up.
Ass up, face down.
Face down, ass up.
Damn, what is it? I really don't know. I don't know what her campaign slogan should be. Um, a vote for a vote for me is a vote for Trump. No, a vote for. Well, I don't know what the hell her campaign slogan should be. What's up,
Maybe
B?
smash and dash or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead and do what you gotta do, bro. I know what I'm saying. I know you're trying to end the stream and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to end this stream. I'm gonna do a quick video announcing this cackling hen announcing her run for the presidency. And this is a historic day, y'all. This was a very historic day. So I'm glad to share it with you. Thank you, LB, for being on the live stream. Peace to all you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.
See ya.
All righty.